Hello, hello. We are back. But all right, we have some free time now. So I have, let me see here. Um, one, two, three, four, five, six, around seven or eight games to play today. I've had these for a cool bit, like slowly getting one after another, but I haven't had the time to actually try them out until pretty much now. I haven't tried any of these games yet, so this is gonna be my um first time playing them. Okay, let me turn it up a bit. This intro is super good. I beat this a long time ago on my Vita, but yeah, it's another Game Boy game by Konami. So the more and more I got into the Game Boy, I realized just how much they carried this console. Man, I need to actually watch this. So I ended up, I think I saw like 3, 4 episodes because I really got into this and which we call it, the Genesis game, the run and gun shooter. So I've seen a bit because I really like the style of the animated series, but just never got around to fully finishing it. Okay, but we're just gonna do a little bit of everything. I'm just here to test these games out since haven't done that just yet. Originally, I wanted to do a that's a bomb. I wanted to do a whole stream where I was cleaning them, and I even had like a video game playlist ready. But I couldn't. For one, my camera's been messing up, so let's see how long it lasts. But yeah, I wanted to do that. Kind of like have a stream show with the top down view, clean my games out, a little chill hangout stream, but that didn't really work. I even tried to point my camera at I have like a little CRT, and I'm able to hook up my Game Boy to that too. So I was trying to get like a CRT stream going, but it just gets washed out weirdly enough, so it didn't pop up. Like that'd be cool to have to stream a CRT, but I might need a little more advanced camera than a little basic Amazon one. Yeah, so far I can appreciate the Sunsoft one, but I definitely like the look of this one so far. Like so much more in comparison. It's more close to the NES game, which I like. Different devs, but man, I'm always impressed how. Oh, not this one. Oh, here we go. Like, it's crazy how they did the lighting. Like, it's all made up right through the pixel art, but it's pretty. I like the detail. I was actually, since I had the time, I did want to practice another Game Boy game. I was thinking Castlevania Legends, since I did the last games I played were which we'll call it Adventure and Belmont's Revenge. So I wanted to get the trilogy done, but which we'll call it Ragebound's coming out in a few days, so pretty much pretty much not gonna be playing anything until that comes out. Yeah, I showed up a lot faster than I thought too. Man, I really like the little, I really like this pixel art a lot. Yeah, we'll probably get to the first boss and then swap off after that. I just want to get a little first impressions and test all these games since I haven't had the chance to. Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. It has to be the... There we go. There's actually quite a few Batman games. Like there's this one and the Sunsoft one. But since I do have the Game Boy Color, I wanted to see the other ones and they look nice, but they don't look as polished. Like they have the colors and stuff, but I don't know. From the from like the 10-year-old reviews I've come across, those like Game Boy Color Batman games aren't as refined as the OG Game Boy ones, surprisingly. Like there was even a Catwoman game on there too. I almost got it since it was pretty cheap, but it is cheaply made, so. The only comic book hero game I really liked on the Game Boy Color was Spider-Man 2. I think Sinister Revenge. It was actually a really cool background. But yeah, that Spider-Man game I actually really liked a ton. I do want to try the trilogy on the OG Game Boy, but I think they're made by LGN, and they seem okay. We should know by now that LGN isn't the strongest dev sometimes, especially with comic book games. Yeah, at least I do want to try the first Spider-Man game, but oh, it's not a platform. I like how much they're using the wall jump mechanic already. This is way more closer to the Sunsoft game than the actual Sunsoft devs, which is funny. And whatchamacallit? Joker's Revenge. I tried playing that too, but that game's kind of awful. It sucks too because Sunsoft made it, but it's a little more closer to this one, but the controls are whack. Even the bat hook isn't too well. Okay, I think I just chase him down. Okay. Just had to wait for him to summon. A little backup. There we go. Stage 1 clear. Not too bad. Yeah, that one I'm excited to get to, but I need to beat the first Batman game on the Game Boy before I get to this one. Okay. I'm glad that one works. Hey, sup, Dark Vante? Sup? I'm doing good. I finally get to relax after getting that video done. So I have a little collection of Game Boy games I haven't been able to touch just yet. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Won't be too long of a stream, just a little first impressions on these games. Battletoads. Okay. Enter my darkness. I really tried my best to beat this game, like the NES one. I remember learning where all the warps were, but they can only get you so far. Like, I think I'm most halfway through the game. But yeah, like you really have to still learn a good chunk of it. Like I've heard it isn't well balanced, but I don't know. Like I've heard stories that you can't beat it unless you're using actual hardware and CRT, like the best refresh rate, but I don't know how true that is. Like I've only played the NES one on my Vita, and it seemed fine. Like it seemed it's doable. I just had to practice, but the turbo tunnel, for example, goes so fast. It doesn't seem like it's actually reactable at times. But from what I've seen, this version actually makes it more of a reasonable thing to do. So I do want to beat a Battletoads game, and it seems like this one's more balanced, as much as it can be for a Battletoads game. But there's also like whatchamacallit, its own levels compared to the NES one. So it's not a one-to-one remake, it's more of its own thing, but oh, I can actually pick them up. I do know they made like a one-to-one demake later on from the NES Battletoads for the Game Boy. So if I can manage to beat this one, I'll probably try that one. But who knows? I do like how they switch it up though. Like it starts out with the beat 'em up, and there's a shoot 'em up section later. Little auto scroller stuff. There's some levels that are pure platformer. So I like the variety of the games. It's just, oof, the balance is pretty tough. Oh, it's actually a charge shot too. Nice. I got a tap though, so no auto fire. Yeah, this is a very common like trope on the Game Boy. Like little shmup sections. Like the more and more I looked into the library and little like when I was skimmed through gameplay, yeah, you will find this pretty often. I'm not complaining. I think it's pretty funny how they all have the same mindset. Oh, the bottom actually hurts me. Oh, oh. I'm not sure if it had one health or it's a one-hit kill. Oh, yeah, it's a one-hit kill. See, I'm not looking at my sprite. I'm looking at the walls. So yeah, I gotta like get better at placing myself. Oh, nice. That's way more reasonable than the original turbo tunnel. Well, let me just charge shot. It's actually, it doesn't have a sound effect if I'm like hitting like a shield or like a direct shot. Like Contra would do that, so I'm not sure if I'm doing damage or not. Oh god. Well, the fact that I was able to do that one part for the first time seeing it is a good sign. Because Turbo Tunnel is an immediate fail for me. Oh, nice. Oh, I can destroy him. Okay, okay. I gotta destroy each little weapon. I want to try a charge shot, but let me see. I wonder if it's worth it or not. Oh. Okay, it looks like it shoots 3 bullets and then 4 and then repeats. Yeah, I think that's a pattern. 3 bullets and then 4. Oh, never mind. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm actually really liking the variety already. Yeah, we'll try one more stage and we'll swap off. But so far, I'm liking this version more than NES one. Hey, what's up, vodka? Pretty cool video. Had no idea about the whole hold Y thing. Yeah, me neither. When I played that years and years ago, I had no clue that existed. But yeah, that's a huge game changer. This is Battletoads. Yeah, the original Game Boy version. Will I ever do videos on Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks? I have a video on Shaolin Monks already. I think last year. But yeah, that one was really good. Revenge of the Sith, and yeah, that one I wanted to play specifically. Yeah, the PS2 one. And I do have whatchamacallit. I remember picking up the Star Wars Unleashed one on the Switch, like on sale like 2 years ago. Like this was a long time ago. But I know that's the Wii version ported over, and I've heard that's like the definitive way to play, or the definitive version. So people were happy that that one was ported, not the PS3 one. Because I never played the Wii version. I've only played the PS3 one. So it's gonna be interesting to see the differences. But yeah, there's a few Star Wars games. It's like there's Obi-Wan on the OG Xbox. Force Unleashed 1 and 2. I looked at Survivor. Or no, Fallen Order. Survivor I haven't played yet, but I did want to check that one out. No. Okay. I don't know how to. Yeah, there's a few Star Wars games I want to get to eventually. And then Van Helsing, I played that. Oh crap, like 6, 7 years now. Like I remember playing it on the PS2 back in the day. I thought it was fine, but I want to play that one and Spawn Armageddon, because those are both pretty close, like um, early DMC clones, bro. So I want to play those two, and of course there's the Ghost Rider game. Yeah, so there's so many games. Even though I've covered quite a quite a lot of small stuff and major titles, uh, there's still a lot more to go over. I'm surprised I've not game overed, because I lost all my lives a couple of times. I wonder if this game is just more forgiving than I thought. Damn, these are pretty much one-hit kills though. That's half my life. My life. Okay, we'll swap off from there. Um, no, you good. You good. It's a older video, but that one's really good. Like I really like that game. So Batman we played, Battletoads we played. Um, Castlevania's next. I'm trying to go alphabetical, but we'll try our best. Yeah, that game was super fun. Like there's a lot of unlockable content, modes, all the extra characters. I think this game is messed up. Let's see. I cleaned these with isopropyl alcohol and stuff like that, like the usual process. But it seems like this one's way too dirty. That sucks. Because this is the next game I wanted to practice, but yeah, this one seems like a dud. I'll try to clean it later, but um, Dark Winged Duck. I wanted to get this one because it's Capcom, and apparently it's like a Mega Man clone. So I'm really curious about this one. Let's see. There we go. I've heard about that. I heard about the PSP version, but I don't think it has what was it called? Like the Dream Battle stuff. I don't think it has that. That's the PSP one, right? I think the PSP had like the extra fights and stuff. Um, but yeah, I don't think that's on the Switch version, unfortunately. Mm, I would say the PSP version is the superior one over the Wii. And okay, okay, that's funny. Like even I heard the same thing about like what you call it, Tony Hawk Underground 2, like remix. Like it's pretty impressive what the PSP can do. Like even Dante's Inferno has a really good port on the PSP, like a really faithful one. I can't skip this. I like the pixel artwork though. It has that like moody look to it, like the Batman game, which I like. That's cool. So yeah, this is pretty much a Mega Man clone. He falls extremely fast. Holy crap. He falls like a bag of bricks. Is that a charge shot? I wonder if this is like faithful to the NES game or not, but oh crap. Yeah, this jump arc is very tight. Okay, I can't shoot up either. Okay. Man, I'm really impressed with the sprite work so far. Oh. Yeah, I was wondering how precise you had to be. Okay. Do you ever plan to cover Neo 2? I do. But after doing all that work with Ninja Gaiden series, I really want to take a break off those larger titles for a while. Yeah, I definitely want to cover it someday. Um the original plan was to cover a lot of Team Ninja games this year, but that was before they announced all these Ninja Gaiden games, so yeah, that got put on pause. Like I was gonna look at Metroid Other M and Age of Calamity, since Team Ninja made those, and then like, bro. And the original plan was to end off this year with Neo 2, but that's before they announced Neo 3 as well, so yeah, I rather save my bandwidth for Neo 3, because doing Neo 2 and 3 at the same time would be horrendous on me. But yeah, I do want to get to it eventually, but we're gonna take it slow from here on out, pretty much. Okay, let's see how close I was to finishing this section. Oh, I can grab it from multiple. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. Yeah, let's get an inch forward and then make the full jump. Just to be sure. There we go. Yeah, I must have been really close to doing that the first try, but Man, I'm still like really shocked just how detailed these sprites are. Like, we're gonna play DuckTales 2 after this, and is that Cap? It doesn't say Capcom. It just says Nintendo. But that game's also like really impressive, like how close it is to the NES. I don't have a charge shot to well, looks like there's some type of sub-weapon system. Okay. We'll find out some other day. Alright, DuckTales 2. The PSP version of Force Unleashed had Order 66 survival mode. Whoa, what the hell? That's actually pretty cool. Force duels, boss rush mode, and historical battles. Okay, yeah. That's, see, I've heard about the boss rush and the historical battles, but I didn't know about the survival mode. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I can see why the PSP version is the better version. Okay, yeah, this guy's talking to us again. I can't skip. Yeah, so this is where the pogo came from in DuckTales. No, in Shovel Knight. Yeah, even the whole like gem gimmick was taken from this game too. Bruh. Okay. I thought there was like a hit mechanic, but just gotta avoid him. But yeah, I heard, speaking of Shovel Knight, I've always wanted to play Spectre Knight, I think. Because there's a few times I've heard it get compared to NES Ninja Gaiden. I've always wanted to try that out for myself, but I think all those DLCs are free. So, See, I remember playing just basic Shovel Knight way back when on the Vita, but I fell off after that. I never played all the extra side games and expansions. Oh, that was quick. Yeah, I'll try one more time. The PSP was amazing handle. And true Sony for making a Vita and giving up on handle. Yeah. Yeah, I still have my I have both my PSP and Vita. I did make sure to take out my battery though, for my PSP. I remember hearing about the batteries are now like exploding pretty much. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of handhelds in general, but I really like the PSP and the Vita. Like, the Vita is easily my top 3 consoles of all time. Yeah, that thing, I still use it, not as much as I used to, but that's like what I use to get into a lot of these classic games. So, and that thing's a monster of a system. Like, you can play so many consoles on that thing. Like, that's the a very powerful emulation machine. And I've had it since 2014, I want to say. I got it with the Borderlands 2 bundle on day one. I was a big Borderlands fan, so I wanted to have the new console with it, but that thing ran like at 15 frames, so I didn't really play it for that long. But the console's still going after all these years, which is kind of crazy. See, I thought I can like hit the cane to like move objects or myself. I thought that was like the new like gimmick with the sequel. Oh, I thought I can pogo. Okay, I have to come back to that some other time. A B C D E F. Ooh, this one I am curious about. Oh yeah, the Vita. Yeah, they didn't help with the proprietary, whatchamacallit, memory cards, and yeah, they didn't want to support it too long either. With first party titles, they kind of gave up on that pretty quick. Like there was Killzone, Uncharted. I don't know if Soul Sacrifice or Freedom Wars were Sony games or not, but I remember them like promoting them a lot of the time. Yeah, this is another game I've tried to beat the NES version, but no luck. I got through Ghouls and Ghosts and Super Ghouls and Ghosts and Resurrection, but I've always wanted to get through the first one. So I want to see if the Game Boy Color version, well, from when I've read, even though the screen crunch is a thing, oh, they removed the flickering. Frame rate is better. I forgot what else, but I know like there is some good trade-offs compared to the NES version. I actually think this is the weapon you want to use on this version. I know the dagger is the one on the NES, but from all the playthroughs I've seen, everyone likes to use this one. The flamethrower, or the little like torch. Okay, I can only have one on screen. I miss PS2 style hack and slashes. Yeah, yeah. I wish we had more of those, like those AA experimental games. But like, well, even Konami, like even big developers are making a lot of games. Because there was Nano Breaker, the Zone of the Enders, and then Konami was doing the Castlevania stuff. And then Capcom with like Maximo, Chaos Legion, Devil May Cry, and stuff like that. And some other like titles here and there. But yeah, those are pretty common thing to see PS2 hack and slash games, but definitely nowhere near as much nowadays. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I don't expect to get far. But I'm glad it's working though. That's good. Yeah, even though like the first loop is, I think 15 minutes long. You really have to make sure everything's lined up. I do like the randomness of the game. So it keeps you on your toes at all times. It's always different, but very harsh at times. No, no. Oh, speaking of which, I already tested it out earlier, but I do have Gargoyles Quest. And that one I'm looking forward to playing. So I've always wanted an action platformer with like flight mechanics. Because I like Kirby a lot, especially in extra mode, you know, Dreamland 1. But I remember, whatchamacallit? I remember playing Demon's Quest on the Super Nintendo. I really like the look of it and the theme, but I couldn't get into it too much. Like I wanted like an interesting, like flight-based action platformer, and it wasn't what I was looking for. But ActRaiser 2 though, it gets a lot of hate from ActRaiser 1 fans, but that's like one of the most advanced action platformers on the console. I put it up there with Hagane, with how complex its movement is in like your toolkit. But yeah, ActRaiser 2 is crazy underrated. But yeah, since but yeah, that's why I want to play Gargoyles Quest. I want to have more like flight-based action platformers. The controls are surprisingly very snappy. Okay. I think we want to inch forward, because the boss is coming up right now. No. On a side note, thoughts on Lost Soul Aside and Phantom Blade Zero? Yeah, I'm curious about those. Isn't Lost Soul Aside in dev hell for the longest time? Well, I think it was also like a solo dev making it, but yeah, I'm glad that one's finally coming out pretty soon. But yeah, I'm interested in both that one, Phantom Blade. Fallen Feathers came out as well. Like the news stuff is coming out. I still need to get to Wukong. I think that's been like 6-7 months already. But yeah, there's a lot of like recent games I wasn't able to play because I was full force uncovering Ninja Gaiden. But yeah, that's what I want to do from here on out. I want to cover more shorter games and games that came out within like the past year or two. Because we covered a lot of the classics from the past year. Like looking at the older stuff. I think I just jumped. Oh yeah. That's how to jump forward. Yeah, you really have to memorize these games, but that can only take you so far. But that's why I like the randomness. It still keeps it very intense. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit last time, but that's why I like Psycho so much. Like I like that they're very short, But I like how the levels are made. Like the first 4, I think, are always random. So how the playthrough goes is always different. And you play like more harder versions the more you play. But oh, okay, nice. Yeah, surprisingly, the checkpoints are very oh, that it did not look like I was supposed to fall through there, but ba, 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 ba. Da, 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 da. But yeah, those 2 games I'm looking forward to. You should play Ninja 5 Yeah, I played that again on my Vita. I remember emulating that. That was a really cool game. That was a really cool one. I know they had like a recent port, I think last year. Like, that was really surprising to see. I'm kind of surprised they even knew it existed, honestly, but yeah, that game is really cool. Now that you bring it up, I do want to play of course Ragebound, but Shadow of the Ninja Reborn is on sale right now on the Switch. Like, I don't mind if it's on, like, if I get on PlayStation or whatever, but yeah, so I might pick that up and then play that right after Ragebound. And so yeah, I'll be playing like I guess Ninja action platformers until Ninja Gaiden 4 comes out, or like the whatever Game Boy game I'm feeling at the time. Because from here until NG4, we're just gonna be taking a break, like I said on the community post. So yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy my break after doing those videos, and now I can just focus on playing Ragebound. Man, I kind of miss shooting upwards, but ooh. Oh, I missed it. I know there's one more bird up there, but no. Okay, where's the checkpoint? Oh my god. That's on me. Even though this jingle was like 5-10 seconds long and on loop for a few hours because I'm dying all the time, it surprisingly never gets old. It might be one of the perfect like video game jingles of all time. Oh, let me catch up. Sony really sabotaged the PS3 and Vita. Man, I feel like the PS3 was like the last. Well, I like the PS3 because of the features. Like, it felt like an actual PC at times. Like, you can make folders, you can put videos on there, pictures. There's even a printer function on there, weirdly enough. Yeah, that thing felt way more feature rich, I guess I want to say. Well, like the PS4 and 5 just took more and more things away. Like, now we don't even have basic themes on the PS5. You can only put a picture on like the what's new section. But yeah, the PS3 was very like customizable. You can do a lot. Oh, even a web browser. You can't even do that on the PS5 anymore. Like, I feel like I bring this up every time, but modern consoles only remove functions over the years. How did I fall off? Yeah, you can't even go on the web browser anymore, which is very silly. And they also take away the disk drive. But yeah, modern consoles. That's why I'm playing the Game Boy. I like the older stuff better. Ba-bum. Yeah. How they screwed it over? I can't think of anything other than like the insane price tag at the beginning. I gotta be careful. He slips off the edges pretty quick. Oh my god. He can jump, alright. Okay. Nowadays, half the action games coming out are Souls inspired, which isn't bad, but I definitely miss the traditional. Yeah. There's definitely a trend with modern action games. Like Team Ninja is no, what's the word I'm looking for? Not free from that. They've definitely been doing that for like a while. I do feel like Neo 3 will be the last one for me. I think after that, I really want them to do something different. Because I've been playing their games since Neo 1 Alpha. Like, I've seen them really improve the formula and change it up, like all the way to like Stranger of Paradise, which I really liked. So I feel like we're getting to whatchamacallit. We're gonna get diminishing returns pretty soon, I feel like. So like I think after Neo 3, I think I want to see something new. So hopefully they do switch it up, but I guess if it's not broke, then no need to fix it, but I know it is their more popular thing right now. But yeah, hopefully with them doing the Ryu portion for NG4, maybe they're trying to like get used to making these games again. Oh, I forgot there's two. Oh, I was crouching. But yeah, hopefully we get something a bit different. Yeah, Gargoyle's Quest has the overworld. At first, when I saw that, I was very confused. I thought it was only like a pure action platformer. But I don't mind the mix, because it's kind of like ActRaiser, right? Like you have your open world, no, not open world, but like the split gameplay. Like you have your standard action platformer stuff, and then ActRaiser had the sim building. Oh, I keep forgetting. And then Gargoyles had the open world with dungeons and stuff. And has like the whatchamacallit, the random battles, like Zelda 2. Yeah, it seems like a really interesting game, like mechanically and like structure wise. Like I'm really looking forward to playing that game. No. Stay back. I want to, okay. Nice catch. Have you played Donkey Kong for the, I'm guessing Game Boy? I played Donkey Kong Country on the GBA back in the day. That was my first experience with it. And that's the first time I raged playing a game. I think it was a mine section. Which I think is the story for everybody, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was my first time raging at a game before, but I did beat it though. I did beat it back then. But I do know about um the trilogy, the Game Boy trilogy, like the DMG Game Boy trilogy. I never tried them, but I do want to, just out of pure curiosity. Oh well, I think it's very impressive. Um, what the console can do and what devs can like do with it. Like what we saw earlier with Battletoads. Like they can actually do a really good job at mimicking these games. Bro. So yeah, I do want to play those at some point. Isn't there... There's Donkey Kong Land, but isn't there a Donkey Kong Country like port on the Game Boy Color as well? There's like two like versions of it for the first game. Ah, game over. I'm surprised I've gotten this far, honestly. Okay. Yeah, there's a password system and a continue. I don't remember if the NES game has that or not, but that's very helpful. Okay. All I know is that it looks like the devs added the Titan hands from FF16. Yeah, I noticed that. You're talking about Lost Soul Aside, right? Yeah, that one really looks like FF16. Have I played the other ones? Yeah, I mentioned it a few times. But I put a playlist on the channel. I moved over a lot of my past streams, and I have a bunch of Super Ghouls and Ghosts on there. Ghouls and Ghosts. Yeah, there's those two, but yeah, I really like these games. That's why I liked Maximo so much. I was really surprised how close they got to like translating the games in 3D. But yeah, I really like these games. I beat Resurrection once, and I didn't do all the paths either, but that's a really cool game too. I like how it's like the greatest hits for the franchise. Okay. No. Okay. I wish they would do more of those games. Like try to do another one or do another Mega Man or something. Like I don't know why Capcom doesn't do like these easy like catalog fillers, like of classic titles. Like I don't know why they're just dormant for years. Okay. There's two of them, I think. Okay. Oh, no. I'm a frog. I know I fight a dragon here. I know the dragon can't be hit by a certain weapon. I'm not sure if it's a flame or regular stuff, but we're about to find out. Okay. I was actually killing him before he was active, which is funny. I too would like to play Ninja Gaiden Ragebound one day. Any reason why you can't play it? Or just like stuff's come up, you can't like get to it just yet? We went from a feature rich and customizable, including the PSP. Very, yeah. PSP was super customizable. MP3, yeah, MP3, you can, yeah. it was like it was right around the time where our smartphones were becoming a thing. And I didn't have a smartphone for a while. Like I just had my PSP. And yeah, using that, walking to school or on the bus, um, watching YouTube videos I downloaded to put on there, listening to music. I remember going to PSP theme sites, like all these customized, custom made ones people did. But yeah, those days, like there was a lot of stuff for like actual players to enjoy, but that's less and less of the focus over the years. Can okay, let's have to wait for this one. I remember I did practice this game before. Um, that's a one up. I never managed to beat this version. I got about to the second last stage. I just kept dying to the boss rush. Like you go through the unicorns, like 2 dragons, and then the Satans, but I would always die before I got to them. That's where my journey ended with this game. I know the armor pieces are in different places than the arcade and NES game, so I can try to find those. And I've tried to look for info, but this game has like no documentation like anywhere. Like it makes sense that the NES one is fully explored at this point. It was a very popular game, but this version is, I think, very unknown. So yeah, there's not a lot of info. So I'm kind of on my own on this one. Like trying to find stuff. Yeah, let's see. To streamline to little streaming, yeah, streaming boxes. Yeah, and it goes hand in hand with the all digital games. Like I was pretty mad that my Ninja Gaiden 2 Black physical copy wasn't an actual game. It's a disc with just a license on there. So yeah, that's most games. Well, I'm not sure most, but it shouldn't be really a thing from like the big companies, like at all. I want my actual physical games in my possession, but I don't know why that's so much of a hassle, but yeah, that's the sucky part about the what's it called, the key cards for the Nintendo Switch. I'm not a big fan of that either. Well, yeah. And I would think, whatchamacallit, with how big games are, okay, I'll get the physical version to avoid all the big downloads, you know, don't take up so much space on the console, but there's a timer. But yeah, you can't avoid it. You have to download these 80 gigabyte games. It's a shame. Well, they put me back quite a bit. Okay. Probably Team Ninja will do Muso game. Well, they did the Zelda game, Age of Calamity, so there's that one. I did enjoy it though. Sony cheaped out on the RAM on the PS3 and made using the cell processors because you had overcomplicated. Oh yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah, that's why there's that's why MGS4 is still stuck on there, right? It's just hard to like emulate that stuff. Um, see difference in performance in PS3 and 360 beta. Right, yeah, that is true. Gargoyle Quest 2 better than the first because there is no random encounter. I heard about that. Um, I know there's an NES. Well, I think only Famicom. I don't think there's a US game. But there's the NES. There's an NES one and the one on Game Boy. And I don't know which one to play. Um, I'll probably just get to both. So I do like the look of the games. Uh, again, I'm really interested on how like the Game Boy is a portable NES. I like that idea so much. I like the sprites. I like the look. I even like the aspect ratio. I really like. Um, I like how the games are designed too. Overall, like since they don't have a lot to work with, everything they do has to be there for a reason. Like there's rarely fluff in these games, which I like. And they're more creative too at this time. Is that a... Oh yeah, it's the 1-up. That's right. But yeah, the Game Boy catalog is very... I want to say underrated. Because every time you'll look into what to play, like type of lists, you'll see a lot of it's seen as a Pokemon console, but it's far from the truth. The library on this thing is pretty crazy. Like there's a Ninja Gaiden game, there's 2 Contras, there's a Ghost and Goblins game on here. Pretty faithful ports of like DuckTales, like we saw, Darkwing Duck. Like there's some cool in a Gargoyle's Quest, right? Like brand new games, like 6 Kirby games on the thing. Like this thing is it's a treasure trove of games, pretty much. That's why I like it so much. And there's a lot of action platformers too, so I'm definitely happy about that. I'm pretty sure this is a simple like memorization thing, like find the right platform, but I just remember having to do a lot of waiting for the right one. I think that's it. Oh, what a fumble. Okay. Da-da-da-da. I mean, Donkey Kong 1994. Oh, the it goes from like the classic arcade into like the new okay, that one no, I haven't played. I've only heard good things about it. But yeah, that one sounds interesting. Okay. Ghosts and Goblins for the PSP was also good. I tried it. I tried a little bit, but I didn't get too far. At that time, I was at my tail end of playing Ghosts and Goblins. So I definitely want to get back to it eventually. But yeah, that sucks. That game is locked on that console. Like if they're not going to make a new one, at least make the effort to like port it or something. Oh my god, I keep forgetting to neutral jump. Like if Daxter and Agent Clank is able to be ported on like PS5, or at least emulated, Um, I would like to see that done for that Ghosts and Goblins game. But yeah, that's what Sony needs to do. Needs to do more often. Like backwards compatibility stuff. They're barely attempting it, but I think they're. Yeah, even the PS3 had way more options. Like you were able to play like the first three Resident Evil games. You had Klonoa on there. Like you can just get the exact. Again, I forgot, but the PlayStation ISOs, but yeah, they took those away to do a new format, and then we have to start over again. Which I don't like. Nintendo did the same thing either, but I liked how you could buy the game outright on the Wii, but you have to rely on the subscription now, which I'm not a fan of. I think I just... Oh my god. So close. Money Work, lots of other games. Oh, okay, yeah, makes sense. Got 6, so... Oh, okay, yeah. Trying to... No! Okay, we're done. I didn't mean to start over. I wanted to get to where I left off, but... At least it works. Okay. But yeah, that makes sense then. Just gotta focus on the important stuff and recovering. Hopefully have a good fast recovery. Nothing too serious. Oh, don't tell me this doesn't work. I'm playing, well, I'm trying to play Pokemon Panel de Pon. I might have to clean it again. I really like the Panel de Pon games. Okay, we're good. Nice. Here we go. Yeah. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound isn't out until July 31st. That's $25. Okay, that's fair. Which is 4 days, 3.5, I think, at this point. So the wait isn't too long, which is nice, but yes. Let's try normal. Pikachu. Nice. Let's see. Oh. What am I not seeing? Oh, how do I do this? There we go. Yeah, I don't know advanced stuff, but I really like this puzzle game. Like I've tried Puyo Puyo, but I still can't wrap my head around that playstyle. I'm extremely lost on that game. I like Tetris, obviously. That's a classic, but any other puzzle game I've always had trouble with. Besides this one though, I've always like, as soon as I played Panel de Pon, I was a big fan of it. I don't think I can even make anything with this. Can I? Man, this is like Kirby Dream Land 3 quality sprite work. Like they're very cartoony. like almost whatchamacallit, coloring book. I'm trying to quit to put on hard mode. It's pretty slow so far. Oh, I messed up. Now we gotta wait again. No. Oh, I can speed it up myself. Oh, okay, nice. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, I need to be quick. Quick, 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 quick. Yeah, that's really cool. I can speed up the game. Oh, nice. I didn't even mean to do that, but I'll take it. Oh. Oh, here we go. I feel like I can do something big, but... Oh, there we go. Hey, even though it's a puzzle game, I would honestly call this an action game. Like, or action game adjacent. Like, the amount of, like, decision-making, on-the-fly reactions you have to do. Like, decision-making. I would call it an action game like a cousin, honestly. Oh no, I didn't even see this. I think that's why I like it so much. Like how fast paced it can get. I've heard the Nintendo 64 version specifically gets pretty fast. I've always wanted to play that one too. But yeah, since I'm extremely biased for the Game Boy, I wanted to get this version. Okay. Yeah, I wish I was... Like, I've seen people, like, line up blocks as they're falling, too. That's crazy. Oh, here we go. Oh, I don't have a star. I'm surprised this fight is still going. Well, unless it's like an endless mode. I know there's a story mode. But I don't think I'm doing that right now. And I can't exactly understand the text either, but... Oh, I could have done a 4 stack. Oh, I almost got it. Like the drop down. I was too slow. I'm not that good. Oh, here we go, 5. Yeah, it looks like this is the like infinite mode. I remember looking into it and I thought I had to unlock Pikachu, but it seems like you just start with him. So I'm not complaining. Oh. Speed up. Okay. Let me catch up. Okay. Da-da-da-da. We will own nothing and be happy. Yeah, that's unfortunately the phrase these companies operate by, which sucks. If I buy a disc, the game should actually be on the Yeah, I agree. Especially at the prices they sell for. Like I might as well have like the actual, you know, the product in hand, in my possession. But yeah, unfortunately that's not the case. Like I have the original NES games, their the Ninja Gaiden NES cartridges. I can just plug it in and play. No online connection required. No updates. I can just go ahead and hop in. But that seems like too much of an ask these days at times. It seems like. Oh, I should have kept it. But yeah. So I got burned with Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. I did pre-order 4. So let's see if I go 0-2 on being a sucker. So I'll definitely let you guys know if there's actually anything on that disc or not. But yeah. Because I like these games. I would like to have them in hand, but they definitely make it tough this day and age. For whatever reason. Oh, I could have done like a 4. Yeah, if you guys never played this game, I highly recommend it. It's pretty damn addicting. Like I'm not doing advanced strats or techniques at all, but lining squares together is way more satisfying than you might think. Especially with how fast the game can get at times. Oh, here we go. Oh no! I want to set up a 5. Here we go. Wait. Quick. I definitely planned for that. I Oh crap. Here we go. Oh, I could have set up something big. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, now it's getting fast. There we go. Whatchamacallit? I've only played the original Famicom version on the Nintendo Online subscription. So that's the only thing I'll give them props for. They introduced me to a cool game, but yeah, very addicting. Okay, I should probably stop so I can actually talk to you guys. But yeah, definitely play these games. The Panel de Pon. Definitely addictive, very fun. Okay. Let's see. The reason the Xbone 360 ended having better performance was because the Gears of War devs forced Microsoft. Oh wow. It's kind of surprising they listen to the devs. That seems like a rarity. Mario Land 2 and Mario Land 3. Oh yeah, definitely. It was like one of the first games I ever like emulated on my PSP back in the day. Uh-oh. Please tell me it works. Yeah, those games are really good. Okay. Okay, here we go. Speaking of impressive ports. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Ridge Racer 2 for PSP is good. I didn't even know they made one for the PSP. Makes sense though. Sony just make a new PS2. Some PS3s can play PS2 disc. Some model, yeah. They take away functionalities and sell it at a higher price. Yeah. That's why I like the Game Boy. Backwards compatible on all the versions. I'm freely able to hardware mod it if I want to. I don't have to be afraid of Nintendo accessing my console through internet and banning it at a whim, even on a slight suspicion of anything happening. Like you can't have any ownership or control of your stuff these days, which is very scary to think about. Oh, I can't. Oh, okay. Start for dash? That's weird. There's no shoulder button, so you can't use L and R like Mega Man Zero. But yeah, I really like Mega Man Extreme 2. So I'm curious about the first one. Like fast-paced action platformer, very tight controls, good level design. Sprite work is pretty good. Like I think the sprite work on these games are crazy well done. From what you hear, when I looked into these games, they're not really. They're kind of like passed over. But I think they deserve more praise just for what they accomplished. And Extreme 2 is more like a newer game. Like it's somewhat inspired by past X games, but there's a lot of fresh stuff in there. Speaking of Mega Man Game Boy games, I'm really looking forward to playing 5 or Mega Man World 5. So that game's pretty much from the ground up all unique to that game. And I'm a big fan of boss fights, and that game has the most in any Mega Man game, I think. Like, you play a bunch from all the Mega Man World games, including the ported ones from the NES. Like, there's so many rival fights and unique bosses to that game. Look at the sprite work. Even the controls are crazy good. I do prefer Extreme 2 for Zero, but the X games are really good. Well, I only like the first one in X4 because again, Zero. But yeah, autosave. Another game I really like. Well, I'm supposed to die, aren't I? Oh no, you actually are supposed to beat him? Okay, that's different. I want to see Zero show up on screen. Oh, he has like no health. Okay, you can just. Yeah, another Mega Man game I really like a sort of handheld remake is Power Battle and Fighters on this Wonder Swan. It's a port of the arcade games, which are pretty much a boss rush, and it's very impressive in what they did on that game. Like, I was obsessed with it on, again, playing on the, I was playing on my Vita, on the, no, the Pocket Color, not Wonder Swan, Pocket Color. Then yeah, once I got really obsessed with the game, they surprisingly ported it to the Switch, so I ended up picking it up there too. But yeah, that's a really good boss rush game if you like that type of genre. Zero. I don't like the look of this guy. Looks way too happy. Okay. Have you played Luminous? I haven't, surprisingly. Like, even though I had my PSP for a long time, I'm surprised I never got to those games. I think even the Vita has a version, but yeah, I never got to those games, surprisingly. There was a lot of text going on. I'm surprised I can't skip anything, but you couldn't skip anything in Extreme 2 either, but hey, what's up, Bruce? Welcome. Bionic Commando for OG Game. Dude, I obsess with the sprite work on this console, and Bionic Commando, the first, like, on the original Game Boy, is crazy good. The cutscenes are good, like the sprites are, as well. They reminded me of this game, like of the Extreme series. Very like chunky, big, and like bulky characters. Yeah, I really like the style of that game. I haven't played it myself, but I really want to, just by the visuals alone. Yeah, there's a lot of text. Extreme 2 did not have this much either. Like, there was unskippable cutscenes in the beginning, but nowhere near as much as this one. I like the look, but let me play the game. Up on second one. Okay. Chill Penguin. Yeah. It's so crazy how well this looks. Like how good it looks. I want to find more games with this style. Um, there was an indie game that came out, I think last year. I think it was called For Whom the Bell Tolls. I think, and it had I think a yo-yo. I think, like I seen it one time, but it really reminded me of Game Boy Color action platformers. I've always wanted to check it out, but enhanced mobility climbing. Go destroy the evil X. Nice. Speaking of indie Game Boy games, I probably, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna stream Doggerai pretty soon, like during our break. That game's really good. Like a very, like it's, what do we call it? It seems like a game that would come out on the Game Boy Color. Like it really captures that type of game. I didn't get to play it too much, but like I finished it the one time and called it there, but I definitely want to put some more playtime in that game. Checkpoint. Oh, I gotta abandon it so soon. That's a lot of checkpoints. I'm pretty sure it won't matter because I'm about to game over right now. No! The setup. Retry. Okay. There are actually dev builds for Gears of War 3 on the P. Really? It doesn't run the best, but it's functional. That's crazy. Was it before it was like an exclusive, or was it they just wanted to do it just to do it? Like out of just to have it there. That's crazy. Ooh. Speaking of Mega Man and Ghosts and Goblins, if you're a fan of G&G, you should probably play Mega Man 7. I think that's my favorite classic Mega Man series. Would you consider that classic, or is only the NES ones the classic Mega Man? And like 7 and 8 is like their own thing before 9 and 10 went back. But yeah, for the standard or like regular Mega Man, 7's my favorite by a long shot. But yeah, once I saw that G&G like throwback level and like the hidden remix theme song in there too. Yeah, I like that game a lot. There's a lot of interesting stuff about 7. I like the routing in that game. It has that routing aspect you'll see in like Mega Man X games, which I like. I feel like the bosses were finally actually designed well for the first time. They actually have like well-defined patterns. So the fact the bosses were fun was a huge plus. And I like how interactive the stages are. Like there's different routes. In some stages, there's elemental that you can melt the ice, I think, in some stages. Turn on the elevators in others. So like depending on your routing, you can really approach stages in a few different ways. Okay, I guess I'm supposed to wall jump. No. Oh, let's see. This is gonna take a while. Oh, too early. I wonder how the Buster only run will look like in this game, if possible. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Mega Man 4 and Mega Man 5 for Game Boy are good. Yeah, I do have Mega Man 5. The Japanese version, of course, is way cheaper and easier to get. So I have that one. Yeah, I've heard good stuff about those games. One second. Alright, we're back. Okay. No, I bumped the cartridge. Yeah, I also heard Mega Man World 3 wasn't too bad either. But yeah, it seems like all those games are pretty quality. But yeah, the Game Boy catalog, bunch of Contras, Mega Mans, Kirby's, Castlevanias, a bunch of Team and T games, a few shmups. Yeah, there's a lot of things on this console. What you call it? Castlevania 2 for the Game Boy's good. Yeah, I did a stream of that last month. Yeah, I streamed a full playthrough here of that game. I did the Japanese version before the Holy Cross. Because of the I didn't want to use the axe. And because that cartridge is way too expensive. That's all the games. Let's try a Castlevania game. This will be a bummer if it doesn't work. Okay, let me see. Bionic Commando for the Game Boy, probably one of the top 15. Oh, the sequel for GB Color is great as well. Yeah, I was just about to say that. I wasn't a big fan of the art style of that game. Of the Game Boy Color. But yeah. I think before Microsoft bought the right to... Oh, okay. So that's why they had the PS3 early demo. Any numbered Mega Man game without sub-series I consider classic. Oh, okay. Any numbered Mega Man game without the sub-series I can... Oh, okay. Mega Man and Bass. What's your opinion on Mega Man and Bass? That's the a very divisive game for a lot of people. I'll tell you my opinion. If you ever checked it out or not. No. My Game Boy's not turning on right now. Yeah, it's not turning on right now. Well, we played all the games for today anyways. But yeah, for me, Mega Man and Bass, it felt like a fan made patch, like a mod, like a Kaizo sort of way. Because I played Mega Man 7 and then Mega Man and Bass. So it didn't feel as polished as 7. But at the same time, I'm a big fan of 7. So if it didn't match it, I wasn't like easily sold. But I like the look of it, and everything of Mega Man and Bass. But I prefer 7. Think it's good. True. Okay, I'm gonna try different batteries, but if not, we might call the stream there because we did play all the games we wanted to get through. So just want to do something small. Let's see. The Super Famicom version. Oh, I forget. Speaking of that, I forget they made a Game Boy Advance port as well, which is funny. It's pretty cool how that's whatchamacallit, a mini Super Nintendo. But all right, we'll call the stream there for now. Yeah, got through everything. So right now we're just gonna 27. Yeah, we're just gonna wait until Reachbound comes out. So I'll be back then. But for now, yeah, just gonna take a break for a bit. But thanks for stopping by, and yeah, till next time.